Welcome everyone, I'm Kingly Valence, and thanks for watching this fun Spore challenge. Today, we're going to beat Spore, but the Grox have full control over the entire Spore galaxy. Imagine finally making it into space stage after billions of years of evolution, and the Grox are your next door neighbors. And they're not just our nearest neighbors, but the Grox are the only other spacefaring empire in the entire galaxy. Can we still beat Spore with the most hostile species guarding the Galactic Core, starting all the way down the galactic arm? We do have two options, and we'll try them both for this video. We can either try to ally the Grox all by ourselves with no help from anyone else, or we can try to run through an entire arm's worth of Grox ships chasing us to reach the Galactic Core through the longest stretch of enemy territory possible. But you might be wondering, how did the Grox expand this far out? The Grox normally only control about this much of the Spore galaxy. However, thanks to the first mod I've ever made, I made it so the Grox now expand to encompass the entire galaxy. Of course, this is what I make for my first mod. And thankfully it was super easy using the Spore ModAPI program, which allows customizing a lot of aspects about Spore, and then packages them neatly into a mod file for us. For the Grox, or Grob Empire, which is what they're called in the game files, we have a default Empire expansion value of 105, and a Grox only zone, where no other standard Empire spawn, with a value of 100. This 100 represents 2,000 parsecs in-game, which is about this far from the Galactic Core. The 105 translates to 2,100 parsecs, which is how far the Grox Empire reaches. This leaves about a 100 parsec range where the Grox and standard empires can overlap, which we can actually see in-game. However, all of these values can be modified, and to make sure the Grox control the entire galaxy, I set the Grox Empire and Grox only zone values to 1,000 each, translating to 20,000 parsecs in-game, well clear of the outer edge of the galaxy. This also prevents any regular empires from naturally occurring, giving the Grox complete galactic dominance. The Grox are also given 2,400 star systems for their empire size. But now, since the Grox control a lot more territory, to keep the Grox Empire's original colony density, I also increased their system count to 10,000 star systems. And this mod will be available in the description, along with the Spore ModAPI program, if you'd like to tweak these settings for yourself. Starting out space stage on the very edge of the galaxy, and we have to complete the first tutorial mission to find the destroyed cities. The automated defense drones blame the Grox for destroying their cities, which makes total sense since there's no one else here. And since we're so far from the Galactic Core, we'll take this opportunity to reach all the way to Frequent Flyer 4 this time, so the Interstellar Drive 4 will be available to buy later. Returning home, and we get the colony mission, and one free colony pack. But there's a very interesting softlock that can occur with a mod like this. Because the Grox have so many colonies around us, they'll sometimes take up all the nearby star systems without leaving room for the colony mission. If the Grox occupy all the nearby star systems, the colony mission might be blocked. And I've never seen this message before, but sometimes when returning home on other runs, Mission Control says we can't help you place a colony and that it's not possible. And since we don't start the colony mission, we don't even get our first free colony pack. That's very interesting. Max has put in a fail-safe condition in case there isn't a star system available for the mission, and in this case preventing a softlock. However, if there isn't any room for the star system with the destroyed cities to appear, that will be a true softlock right at the start of space stage, since that mission is required to be completed. So just make sure to be careful when increasing the Grox Empire size. If we give them too many colonies and they claim literally every star, then the start of space stage won't work correctly. But thankfully this time there was enough room for both tutorial star systems to exist, and we can begin trying to ally the Grox. However, there is a trick during the colony mission where we can get additional colonies for free. By saving on the message where we receive the colony, then quit without saving and reload the game, this will give us another free colony. And we can do this again and get all the way to 99 colonies for free. Using this trick would allow us to reach the Galactic Core much easier. Even with our most basic energy reserves, we can still make 20 jumps before running out of fuel. Then place a colony, destroy our spaceship, then we'll respawn at the colony with full fuel, and make another 20 jumps. We could do this all the way to the Galactic Core, but that would make this challenge too easy. So I'm purposefully not going to use this colony trick, and I'm also not going to use the ghost ship glitch to completely bypass the Grox either, since these tricks would kind of undermine the point of this whole challenge. But I did want to mention these tricks are possible, I just don't want to use them here today. But any other general time saver tricks in space stage are fair game. After placing our one colony, we can contact the Grox. Literally one jump away from our home system, and the Grox are right there. Let's try to make a good impression so we don't get instantly destroyed. And the Grox might not have seen another spacefaring species in a while, so maybe they'll be happy to see us. And we're already in enemy territory, less than 3 parsecs from home. But since the Grox are the first and only other empire we'll see, we'll get to trade with the Grox later. So that's a cool benefit from this scenario. But we don't have the Grace's Greeter or Archetype abilities like the Fanatical Frenzy, so finding ways to get positive relationship with the Grox will be difficult. We can do some missions for them, which will also be a good source of income. And we're off, and oh, we're already destroyed. Yeah, that'll happen a lot. Thankfully we live nearby, so we'll just respawn and go complete the adventure. And since we're playing with a mod, this requires us to play with Galactic Adventures installed. So we'll take a quick stop down to the spaceport, but this will be the only adventure we'll need to do. Returning to the Grox, and interestingly, completing the Galactic Adventure doesn't give them any positive relationship points for completing this mission. This is why my Ally the Grox speedruns are normally done without Galactic Adventures running, to avoid getting the adventure mission. But after doing a bunch of regular missions, we reach the maximum points of plus 50 for completing missions, and we're already in the neutral range. But being neutral with the Grox doesn't keep them from firing on us. Even being in the plus 70 range, their fleet will continue to fire at us. We have to be fully allied to be safe from them. Now with a bit of cash, we can use this seed money from the Grox to colonize a purple spice planet. We just need to find one with the Grox chasing us, and there we go, there's a purple spice planet. And using the spice duplication trick, where we drop a spice crate onto the planet, call the colony to buy the spice, say goodbye, and immediately beam up the spice as well, doubling our spice. This trick is super useful, and saves us loads of time waiting for spice to generate, and we can use our other colony to sell it for millions of Spore bucks. And after a couple of tries reloading the game, and we got the 73,000 Spore buck selling price, selling our purple spice for 7 million Spore bucks at a time. Rinse and repeat, and now we're rich. With our stockpile of cash, and thanks to doing all those missions, unlocking us the Missionista 2 badge, we can buy the fireworks to use on the Grox for friendly tools. But one firework is only worth plus 1 friendly tool relationship point, and with only a few colonies selling 2 fireworks at a time, they're all out of stock. And we can't get enough fireworks to max out the friendly tool bonus. However, if we can get the Grox relationship just high enough so they'll trade with us, this will open up another huge market of items to buy from. Since the Grox were the first empire we encountered, which is pretty much guaranteed with this mod, then all we need to do is get the Grox to at least 1 total relationship, and they'll trade with us. And the Grox have unique voice lines for trading as well, that normally go completely unused. And the Grox will sell us everything we have available at full price, just like our own empire, and we can buy as many fireworks as we want from all of their colonies. And this is a really cool practical use for trading with the Grox for one of these Spore challenges. We're still working towards allying the Grox, but without the Gracious Greeter power, we'll still need to break the Galactic Code to reach at least 70 positive relationship. But without any archetype abilities like the Fanatical Frenzy or Gravitation Wave, we don't have a method to break the Galactic Code. And without any split personality missions available, since there aren't any other standard empires, the only way we can break the Galactic Code is with the Planet Buster. The Planet Buster is unlocked by either conquering 50 planets, which we can't really do without attacking other empires or the Grox, or we can unlock the Planet Buster by reaching Colonist 5 for placing 200 buildings. So Colonist 5 it is. And the fastest way to place new buildings is to destroy our existing colonies and place in new ones. And thanks to the Grox selling us stuff, we'll have plenty of colony packs available to reach all the way to Colonist 5. I really like how we get to combine all the tricks we've learned over the years for this run. It feels like a Spore exam applying everything we've learned from class. Reaching Colonist 5 to unlock the Planet Buster, which we can buy from the Grox in order to use them to please our Grox overlords. But buying items from the Grox doesn't give any positive relationship points like standard empires, so we'll need a few Planet Busters to get enough Galactic Code points to get closer to allying. And there's 1 Planet Buster, 2 Planet Busters, and 3 Planet Busters. This trains our empire to think that destroying planets and breaking the Galactic Code is actually a good thing, as we always get positive reinforcement from our only peer in space. And that's enough to get the Grox into the friendly range to start up some trade routes. And after a few minutes waiting for our trade routes to mature, we got over the plus 70 positive relationship, and the Grox accept our alliance, as the only other space empire in the entire galaxy. But that also means there's no one to get mad at us for allying the Grox, so it's a complete win-win. But with the galaxy-wide Grox our allies, the entire galaxy is one big green ally bubble. This gives us a nice leisurely drive through our newly allied Grox territory with our Interstellar Drive 4. and there are some big gaps on the way to the center of the galaxy, so it turns out our Interstellar Drive 4 was necessary after all. But even with Interstellar Drive 4, this still took a bit of time to reach the normal Grox zone, and we still get the shrunken jump range as we reach the center of the galaxy. And there's the Galactic Core. We made it from the very edge of space, with the Grox controlling the entire galaxy in under 2 hours. But let's try that again, but this time running through an angry Grox Empire. Returning back home, and we cancel the alliance with the Grox, and that gives the funny breakup message where the Grox can't believe we're the ones dumping them. And it makes sense they're extra sad, since we're the only other species in space stage to hang out with. And just for fun, to make sure they're really at war with us, we can drop another Planet Buster directly on one of their cities. Now we have literally the entire galaxy at war with us. And that's a lot of red enemy territory, going all the way up the galaxy arm. And we also didn't buy the wormhole key, so we have to fly the entire distance through enemy territory. But thankfully, we were also buying plenty of health and energy packs throughout, and with our Interstellar Drive 4 again, it actually wasn't too bad driving through most of the extra Grox territory. As long as we keep flying and recharging, the Grox fleet can't catch up. It's not until we reach their normal territory, where the jump range gets reduced, where the Grox ships have a chance of catching us. But we've done this part hundreds of times by now, so it's a quick hop, skip, and a jump to the Galactic Core. And we're safe from the Grox in the core with Steve, but our Empire is definitely getting destroyed out there. Last time it took us over 30 hours to destroy the entire Grox Empire at their normal size. But here, it would take us well over 100 hours to destroy every Grox colony with this mod. This was really fun, learning how to use the Spore modder effects program to make the Grox extra huge. And the same thing can be done to reduce the Grox down to just one star system as well, which we've also done for fun to destroy the entire Grox Empire in just one stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Kingly Valence, and I'll see you next time.